Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Vinland Saga. Tonight we're on episode 8. So, what happened on the last episode, episode 7? A fantastic, most wonderful question. Let me real quick, boom, get the, this is the last episode, episode 7 on the screen. It is episode 7, right? Yes, it is. So, episode 7, has introduced something in, I think, that's, like, thematically really important. Shout out the squeaky chair. So, the big thing of episode 7, because of course we're doing some of the continuation of what we've seen before of Thorfinn learning about farming, Thorfinn and Einar bonding, which, I mean, they're kind of fleshing each other out in, like, really, really positive ways. So, shout out that bromance. But the big thing is Thorgil, this lad, walks into the picture. This is Ketil's son, one of Ketil's sons, the other one being, homie Omar, right? But I don't know if there's more children or not, but at least there's 2. We can know that much. Kind of besides the point. The big event, though, is they catch some thieves that were stealing, though they only stole flowers, all they admitted to stealing. And it was like yeah, I mean, they probably stole it. There was a little bit of, like, a question, because Ketil was kind of trying to cope his way into not having to punish them, but, and that's the big thing, though, is Ketil here wanted so bad to not hurt these kids because he's, at the end of the day, like, kind, right? And he doesn't want to, watch the kids get beaten up or have their arms cut off or whatever, right? But what's interesting, and I think what's so thematically important, is it's not just that he's, like, kind and doesn't want to see him suffer, but it's being portrayed as, like, a weakness, and it's something that's, to him, something that's, like, he doesn't have the confidence, right? Because he's afraid of Thorgil. He's sweating throughout the entire scene. Afterwards, he goes to Arnheid, and, like, basically weeps in her lap. Emotional support moment because of how, and, like, look at her face. She's just like, I can't believe this is my existence. I can't believe this is my day to day. She would much rather have Einar in her lap, right? Shout out Einar and Arnheid. I like them too. I like that combo a lot. But, like, to take kindness and try to write that as weakness or fear is really interesting because, I mean, take it to Thor's, right? Take some of Thor's ideology. Take some of, like, the Thorfinn kind of where he's probably going ideology, where they're both sick of fighting. They're both sick of war. And Thor's was, like, a pacifist in a lot of ways, right? Like, he didn't draw his sword except against, Ascalad, there it is. He didn't draw his sword until then, right? And he was punching people, all that whole, like, it was the big pacifism thing. But I've never thought of Thor as weak because of that. I mean, he's not bloodthirsty, but he still was able to completely destroy a whole band of the, all of Ascalad's band of, pirates, but not really pirates, but the brigands, without any trouble. So this character of Ketil is almost like a, what's the word, argument against, or like that's kind of what it feels like, where it's like we're taking the Thor's ideology and the fledgling Thorfinn ideology of, like, anti-war, anti-bloodshed, and all that stuff, and we're kind of pushing it too far to the extreme, where we're, like, showing, like, oh yeah, we don't have to hurt people, we can be nice, but this is what happens when you're so nice, but you're also kind of a pushover, because that's really what Ketil was about. And he was, like, so nice also that, like, he was aware that, like, you still have to punish the kids, and you don't have to, right? But, like, to the friggin' Potter, right? Potter said it best, or, yeah, Patter, whatever. Former slave, now the freed slave attendant person, the assistant, basically, right? He said it really well, where he was like, we're gonna beat them, but we're also going to deal with the root cause of why they had to steal in the first place by giving them their father's loan, but also, like, having them be farmers, and then fourth, like, we have to beat them to show that we're not fine with just, like, straight up thievery on our lands, right? So you can be so kind as to let people walk over you, which I feel like is what Potter's here to kind of counteract. But at the same time, like, they're kids, so, like, nobody wants to beat the kids, except, I mean, Thorgil, I guess, and was fine with it. And Snake, I guess. He was the guy that also was swinging. Yeah. This is such a good shot of Snake. I think I used this for the thumbnail last episode. So good. Point being, though, I feel like he's a good like foil to the Thor's ideology, Ketel, right? Especially because while Thor's was a battle hero of age past, right? Ketel is the same thing except he's a fraud. So it's like it almost feels like an alternate version of Thor's, legendary battle warriors, but both of which currently practice, kindness and non-violence, but Thor's actually was a battle hero and still is willing to fight. He just tempers it as much as he can, whereas Ketel is more one to pay off his troubles, right? Because he's paying the king to, he's paying for protection, right? That's something that Sverkel was saying was stupid. All that kind of stuff, right? So yeah, as like a foil or as like an opposite, I really do appreciate Ketel being here. Really liked the kid. I have his name, Sture and Thora. Sture taking all the punishment on himself. Just Giga Chad. Great child. Great brother. You love to see it. Poor Thora deserves better. Both of them deserve way better. I mean, the kid literally got beaten a ton. But I mean, also at the end of the day, though, Ketel was willing to stand up and beat the kid himself, which was the best thing. Well, it wasn't the best thing for the kid, but if you're gonna beat the kid, like having Ketel do it is the best option because he's going to hold his punch as much as he can, or hold the whipping of the pole, the axe pole, as much compared to Thorgil, who literally launched the kid like across the entire farm. Meow. Yeah. Oh boy, you're the only one I can tell everything. Oh boy, Ketel. How does Mistress Wife Madame feel about this? Yeah. It's a bit worrying. It's a bit worrying. Are we gonna ever see these crops blossom, or is war going to come to us before then? That's the real question. Honestly though, I kind of want to jump into episode 8. I'm gonna try to binge through a couple of these wonderful Thorfinn Adventure Vinland Saga episodes tonight. So I'm ready to get into it is my point. I am drinking, of course, you already know it, a Dr. Pepper. I'll let you have a sip too. I don't want to hoard. Glug, 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 glug. Indirect kiss moment. I also got water bottles in case we need to swap out for something less sugary. You know how it goes. Episode 8, let's get this going. In a 3, a 2, wait. First, get yourself a drink, get yourself a snack. You already know how it goes. Now, episode 8, let's get going. In a 3, a 2, a 1. Bang! Let the motorcycles do their thing. Water bottle. Okay. Mappa. Whoa. The kids. Thorfinn Nightmare. Is that Einar? Oh, were you actually part of the band? Oh, wow. I mean, that doesn't necessarily... Like, I'm willing to believe he is, but this is also, of course, not necessarily what happened, like, at all, right? Oh my goodness. Did you actually fall in real life? What's happening? Are you good, Thorfinn? Thorfinn. Oh, damn. I think he actually fell and got knocked out. Is this the right episode? Yeah, episode 8. Is this still part of the nightmare or not? Oh no, it's part of the nightmare. There's zombies. Oh no. The souls of the dead. Ow! Ow! Oh, the hair. Wow. It's like fear of his past self. Einar's so used to this. You were like falling into the underworld. Wow. Wow, that's such a crazy thing. You know it. Don't cut to the OP. They're cutting to the OP. They cut to the OP. Wow, okay! Bro, I'm so ready for Thorfinn PTSD, bro. I've been saying. Man, it's crazy. Like, at the, like, I don't know. They've done such a good job of just, it's not going away, you know? Like, all the friendship, all the stuff, like, he's still having the night terrors. We still haven't dealt with any of that, right? I just love it. I just love it. Especially Oscalon, right? Like, let's, is this gonna be like a, because we need introspection. We need specific introspection into, like, everything with Oscalon, because obviously that's not something he ever felt like he got an ending with. Like, he's not at all dealt with that, right? Especially if he's having night terrors about it, like, obviously, right? I love this song, by the way. This song is so good. Man, but having like, younger Thorfinn walking towards Einar, because, I mean, like, Einar's a living, breathing example of the kind of lives that he ruined when he was pursuing his path of revenge, right? Oh, there's, hey, there's Zverkel, there's Snake, there's, I'm recognizing people. Dang. Okay. Let's just lock in. Arnheid. My darling. Great opening with a well, because we just fell into a cliff. So no wonder he's thinking about it while drawing the well, right? Like, that's just so fitting. Oh, it's so good! It's so good! Okay. Aww. Look at them go. I love them. Sorry. Thorfinn's spin bars. Let's focus. How much do you remember? Yeah, it's not something you should run from. It's something you have to deal with. I wonder what it is. Plow! Plow! Log! That was crazy. I thought the person on the right was a younger Thorfinn for some reason. But no, let's... Who was that? Oh, it's just one of the guys. Einar, yeah. Einar knows what's up. I know they say Einar, but I'm used to Einar. Don't get jealous. Be proud of your slaves. This guy sucks. If even your other retainers are giving you that look, like, you really think you're onto something there, big guy? Because you're not. Whoa, okay. He's opening up to, Einar. We didn't see him in the dream. But we didn't get to see the full dream, of course. Because he was, of course, saying Askeladd. You did. I mean, even saying that is like an understatement, right? Because it was so all-consuming. Canute. Facts. Facts, Einar. Thor's philosophy? It might be Thor's, like from episode 1, 2, 3. Like what his father was, not just his father's death, right? Especially because he's like putting it into action whether he knows it or not by like farming. True. Well said, I know. Maybe that's why it's like itching him so much, because he is putting that into practice. And so it's making his brain kind of start to catch up. Dang. A true warrior. Whoa. What's left? An empty man. Title drop. That's why Einar's here to teach you, though, man. Okay, Spherical. Okay. I mean, there is satisfaction to be gained in just a job well done, right? And it's kept Thorfinn moving and alive to be doing work, you know. But it's good he's introspecting to that level. It's really good. Dang, he's got tech. They're pogging! Fish! You gotta throw it correctly. You gotta throw it correctly. Yeah, I'm so helpful. Throw it correctly. We can't eat meat right now because it's Lent. Yeah, give me some fish, man. Give me some fish to eat. Oh, nice one, Thorfinn. Yeah, they'll get scared. Spherical knows. I think he knows. Like that's he's probably taken such a specific liking to Thorfinn, maybe because he can tell. Yeah, right there, right there. Damn. He's deep in his mental. He's got a lot to think about. What he wants to be reborn into. What that if he can be, you know? Wow. I know you are so loud with your personality. I love it. Now he had the daggers. That's my boy right there. Oh, me too. Thorfinn would have killed him. Yeah. I don't even know if that's the worst case. Because at least he would be quick. But, okay. Whoa, what do you see? Oscalar. Whoa. And he's gone. It's stupid. Whoa, wait. We good? What happened? What are we looking at? This is horrible timing. They've ruined all our crops. Wow, that's horrible. That's bad. Actually sabotaged. They literally had me feeling so good. Why would they undercut me like that? Yeah, I was about to say, it looks like they did. What do you think about that? Oh, he's on a warpath. Smart. No, that's a good move. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Was it just the one guy? I think it was just the one guy. I don't know though. Whoa. We talking to Potter? Okay, that's good. That's really good. Oh, we know. Oh, we know who did it. I trust Potter to do right by them. For this exact reason. Wise. Well said. There's a lot of bad people, but that doesn't mean everyone's bad. This is true. Did she tell you? She must have. Damn. He's been so invested. He's been so invested in becoming free, you know? Oh, not the retainers. No. It was like 5 of them? You were just I can't. Einar, please. Einar, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. Just walk past him. Just walk past him, though. Don't do anything. So it was a full squad? That makes it even worse. Look, they even got the shovels. Come on, Einar. Come on. Lock in. Lock in. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Oh, no. I'm gonna lose it. Clutch. Oh, it's over. It's so not good. He wants to get punched. Thorfinn? Thorfinn took it! He took the punishment on himself. He took the credit. Wow. Or did you... I think he did, yeah. I think that was him protecting Einar. But he's got that Thorfinn strength. Okay, actually kind of worked. What a punch. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Yeah, you don't want to fight Thorfinn. Yes! Einar. I was getting tag teamed. Whoa. He's discombobulated. Wow. The woman. From episode like 7 or whatever. Yeah. He's like the person who took him in as a mother. Thor's. The pit. Whoa, okay. Oh no. Dude, farm arc is over. We're not gonna be able to farm anymore. That's... Okay. That was crazy. That was insane. Man, it's like him getting punched is like getting the idea to him, right? Getting the fishbone out of his throat. That's like knocking the memories back into him, piece by piece, right? To have the woman's face flash was really crazy, specifically. That just shows how much of an impact she had on him. And we've been getting like a little bit of that before, you know? I think in one of his previous streams, if I recall right? So like, you know, but man, for her to appear even before Thor's is really crazy to me. I mean, he was so young when he left, right? This is so bad though, because it's literally like the guy's jaw's broken, he's a retainer, and everyone saw Thorfinn do it. You know, like, it's kind of GG. Unless we have a pretty grand, like, Zverkel stepping in, because Zverkel's taking a liking to the duo, you know? Or, like, you know, if we can pressure Ketel properly, but, like, it's just not looking good. Especially because Thorgil's at the house, right? He's not going to let them get away with this. Because he's straight warrior mode. Don't even show me the preview. Don't even show me the preview. What a fire episode. Because, yeah, first they start with... I love the past Thorfinn, current Thorfinn split here. I mean, that's just sick, right? Because it's like he's... I think through Einar, it's like two crazy things are happening at the same time. Where he's coming to appreciate, like, tilling the land... create the act of creation as opposed to pillaging and destruction. Like, he's coming to appreciate all that from Einar, right? But that's also making him so acutely aware of what he was doing when he was destroying, right? Because like previously, like he doesn't know how hard it is to grow grain, right? So when he walks in with Team Askalad and like burns down a village, he's just like, okay, right? I mean, it was never something he like wanted to do or anything like that, but like he lacks the context to understand the like full ramifications. But now he, through Einar, like he's seen how much pain that brings to somebody that he cares about, and it just makes him think like, I've done this before. I've brought pain to these people, and that's like where I feel like that dream's really coming from, where he's thinking of like all the pain he's brought to people previously because he sees the pain that Einar's going through, and he knows, like he says, that he's done it 100 times worse than even the retainers have, right? So yeah, I mean, it's just crazy how like, and that leading him to the question of change and like how much he should kind of be bound to his past self is like a perfect continuation of that. Because I mean, what a good question, right? Zverkel knows what's up, by the way. Uh, this shot, there was that shot of, I think it was right here. This, if you're empty, then you can fit anything inside you. And then if you want to be reborn, then you should be empty. In fact, it's better to be empty if you want to be reborn. That's just so true. And to have him silhouetted by the sun with this really beautiful, like, ethereal type music playing in the background, like dream-like music. That actually was getting me. That was actually, I think this might have been my favorite scene of season 2 so far. Like that right there. Oh, man. I think I'm starting, okay, we're starting to cook. We're starting to lock in. Can I be reborn? And what a perfect response. And I, like, this to me, it's like saying, like, being reborn isn't something done completely through thought, right? It's not that you spend enough time in your own head and that's how you become reborn. Like, Zverkel is like, and I know it's because he's like the owner, and, you know, like, they're the slaves, and they're like, he's telling them to work in that way. But, like, I feel like it's even more a statement of, you know, can I be reborn? This is how you be reborn. You know, you work, right? It's done through action. Especially his connection to Snake. Like, you could, like, Zverkel's connection to Snake, and then Snake, of course, knows, like, he became aware of the Thorfinn, who Thorfinn is pretty well when the whole cutting Thorfinn up, and then Snake, like, stepped in. So he has, like, that, I think Zverkel knows a pretty good idea of where Thorfinn's come from, like, generally, right? And so his answer to how do I change from being, you know, revenge, held down by all these things, all that, like, working the land and, like, understanding the act of creation and all that, is how you do that. I mean, like, it's like a becoming, you know? I like how it's an action. It's the action of work, not just, like, it's not like you understand a truth and that's it, but instead it's, like, the action of work, and that's where you become reborn, right? Like, the process of it, as opposed to it being, like, reaching a conclusion. I really like that. Making it into, like, a process. Einar's attitude, you love to see it. It's funny, because, like, in the shot of Oscalot in the forest, oh, man. And they barely have to show it to us for us to know. Like, everything, right? Man, and I like that idea so much of, the emptiness coming from him letting go of the Oscalot thing, and then it's like he has nothing left to fight for. And this is so fun. Like, that's why the farm thing, it's like, this entire episode he's saying, you know, I'm empty, which totally makes sense, totally understandable given everything. And then at the end, he's given something to fill himself up with. He's made something over the past months and months and months with Einar. And so to have it taken away, it's like, okay, like, you used to be angry is an understatement with Oscalad, completely and wholly dedicated to Oscalad's death, or to killing Oscalad, rather, not his death, but to actually be the one to kill him. But now it's like, and now that's gone, but now it's like, okay, now something that, to a degree, you do care about, at least you care about Einar, because you're willing to punch the guy in the face, right? It's like he now has, like, an outlet. He has something to care for. Whether it's the work he put into the farm, whether it's Einar and, like, his relationship with Einar, or a mix of both, like, it's something to fill him back up, right? The consequences of this action are going to be manyfold. What a good punch, though. That was actually crazy. I was like, there's no way Einar hit him that hard. I was impressed, you know? Because, yeah, that Panda Thorfinn goes so hard. And Einar's still coming in. I wonder if it was, well, because at the moment I was thinking, is Thorfinn protecting Einar? But, like, look at the way he's shaking here. Like, it really could be that he actually felt that rage for a moment and became filled again. I like that as well. In fact, that might be it. I might say that as it rather than him protecting Einar. Where it's like, I need, like, maybe, I think it could be both. Let's say it's both. Oh, his poor cut apart ear. This guy. So deserved. So deserved. And Einar's immediately like, oh, bet. He's back to his normal self. What a punch. And then, yeah, Thorfinn getting beat in the back of the head with a shovel. And then Einar's just getting destroyed. I mean, even if the repercussions of breaking his jaw are one thing, but, like, the actual slugfest that is the 4v1 of Einar versus the rest of them, because Thorfinn's unconscious. Thorfinn got hit in the back of the head with a shovel. He's always been about dodging and being fast, right? He's never been one to just tank hits. And, you know, he's been a little weaving, dodging and weaving all the time. So for him to get knocked out by a shovel, I mean, it makes sense. And now he's falling back to the chasm, back into the abyss, back into the self, right? Back into his past, really. I mean, that's really what it felt like with the dream being the hands of the dead crawling at him, the hands of those he killed. Because he's trying to escape from his past. Right? I mean, could you say that he's trying to run from his past? He's trying to climb away from it? And then he'll be... But really, like, he needs to face it and to come to accept it in his own way, as opposed to just run from it. Because, I mean, to change... I feel like change isn't something that comes out of being avoidant, right? Change comes out of some... Like, proper change, let's say. Because you can change out of being avoidant. But to actually change in a healthy way... or in the most genuine of ways. Like, that's something that occurs from not running away, but looking at and then deciding to adjust, right? I mean, could we say that? Because, like, if we are to say that, and that is, you know, if we are to say that, then Thorfinn's trying to escape it, but really falling into the past could be, albeit extraordinarily painful and potentially very risky. I mean, that could be the way out. The way out is in, you know? Ooh, the way out is in. Write that down, write that down. Fire episode, though. I'm curious if he actually... Because we've played with the idea that he was there. I feel like he was there. Let's just say he was there with Einar. But I don't think he ever saw them cowering. Like, I think this is a figment because he's afraid of, like he's attaching his relationship to Einar to the people that he's killed, or at least the villages that he's raided, because he never really... I don't remember him really killing civilians. I mean, he got civilians killed through his actions, specifically the mother figure that, you know, he was flashing to for a moment there, right here, when he was getting beat up, right? He got her killed because he lit the signal fire after she cared for him, and he told her to get out of there, and that was like that was a really big emotional thing for him at the time. And then they showed up, right? The Ascalad gang washed over the village, and then she was gone, right? I remember that scene very, very specifically because that scene was fire. Also, it's funny, the ED of season 1, Torches, right? I feel like I remember that scene was a big part of the ED as well, just to show, like, underscore the importance of it specifically. But yeah, so, like, I forgot my point. I forgot where I was going with that. Basically, running from the past, but maybe accepting it is better. Man, maybe is that what is part of what he's forgetting? But I get the feeling I get the sense it's something I mustn't forget. His family, I mean, she was like a surrogate family for him for that little bit there, for that day or two or whatever. Like a honorary mother, right? Because, I mean, we're just completely past all the characters from the first, like, 1 or 2 to 3 episodes, you know? The Thor's family as a whole. They're just long gone. So, I mean, that's always something. There's, like, the Thor's philosophy that I think he could get an incredible amount of value out of. I mean, shout out, like, Thor's saying to Thorfinn, like, who are your enemies? You have no enemies. I mean, that's always been, like, the Thor's philosophy, like, put into a sentence, right? And so for him to get there is definitely, like, could definitely be it. But man, I really like the angle with the mother, that, I mean, didn't she call him John? I feel like she named him, like, she had a son that had passed, and so that's why she took care of Thorfinn. Because it, like, reminded her in the same way. I mean, they were really there for each other in that moment, right? And then Thorfinn lit the signal fire. But, you know, he needed a mother and she needed a son, right? And that's always a really beautiful story, like, whenever that kind of, those things line up. I'm falling. Oh, geez. Okay, well, ramifications of this. So, retainers, we're not going to be able to just be slaves anymore. I mean, what are we going to... I mean, we could have, like, some really crazy division within everyone, because we know that Potter is out trying to fix this, right? He was figuring it out, and he said he was going to go report to Master. And so if Ketil and Potter, like, are on team, the retainers were in, like, did it, if they were already there, and then retainers show up with broken jaws, and also with an unconscious Einar, you know, because Einar's getting absolutely stomped on right now. He's probably, I mean, they're gonna come out of this fine, right? Like, are they? I don't know. Probably not. Thorfinn's unconscious, Einar's getting ganged up on. So no, they're gonna get their teeth kicked in. It's gonna be bad. But the slaves showing up, beaten up, the retainers beaten up. Maybe there's some, like, room for Ketil to step in if Potter succeeded. If Potter is willing to step in, you know, like, somehow found the evidence. Sverkel is a big angle for that as well, because of Sverkel's liking to Thorfinn and Einar. But the problem is Thorgil. I mean, Thorgil's just, I could see a repetition of the scene with the thieves, right, with Sture and Thora, where it's just like, but now it's Thorfinn, you know, where it's like, we need to judge these two and punish them accordingly. And then, of course, Thorgil's going to take the side of the retainers, and even Potter, like, I don't think is going to be able to defend them much, considering how bad it is about to, you know, with the whole broken jaw thing. I mean, there's no way, right? So, I mean, I don't know, maybe, I don't see us, we're not going to leave the farm, though, because we have Arnheid here. Right? I feel like we've leaned into her character so much. I'd be so sad if we left her. Yeah. I could see us having a judge scene, though. Well, I feel like that's going to be deeper, because we first got to deal with Thorfinn falling into his own pit of self and the pit of the past, plus Einar getting his teeth kicked in. So, yeah, that should be very, very exciting. I think that's all I got for this episode 8. I'm going to just immediately jump to the next episode 9. And just keep this train going. But that's going to have to be next episode. So, yeah. Episode 8, that's all I got for this one. Of course, if you like the video, like the video, subscribe if you're new, blah, 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 comment below if you have anything to say, or join the Discord and talk to me or other Vinland Saga fans there. But until then, until next episode 9, I'll be seeing you then. Peace.